here is a vast 6,949 hectares of naturally formed hilly terrain. The Lambir Hill is buzzing with bountiful 1,200 species of trees which play host to a number of 1,200 species of insects. Lambir Hill, which is encompassed of 52 hectares of greenness, is recognized by scientists and researchers worldwide as one of the most ecologically diverse area today. And welcome to Lambir Hills!
A fee of Rm10 Malaysian Ringgit is charged to visitors who wish to enter the Lambir Forest Trail. Before entering the Lambir Waterfall Trail, a brief explanation will be given to the tourists about the maps and trail that leads to the waterfall, the best trail to be used based on the tourist starting time, and the safety measures and regulations that has to be followed at all times, such as tourists have to be always careful with the choice of words that need to be said and do not speak rudely and indiscriminately in the trail. Second, visitors have to follow the trail according to the limits they can afford and do not push their limits to the extent. Third, tourists are advised to return and exit from the Lambir Trail by 4 p.m. Also, tourists have to inform the officer in charge the time they'll enter the trail and which trail route will be used. Essential equipments that are important. First, wear a suitable outfit and bring extra clothes to the waterfall. This is to prevent us from catching cold, hypothermic, or to avoid from bees attack. Second, bring enough water supply to stay hydrated and to prevent us from feeling tired. Third, wear suitable shoes in order to prevent slippering and provide a sure grip throughout the way to the waterfall. This is because the route along the waterfall is very slippery because of its natural trail. Fourth, bring along the map that was given by the officer, since the map that was given to the tourist will help them to understand the path and will guide them to the waterfall section that they wanted, since there are a lot of junctions that were painted with various paint colors as indicators on certain trees along the trail. And finally, bring insect repellent and first aid kit, since tourists who can't stand itchiness are advised to bring their ointment or mosquito repellent and first aid kit in case of emergencies.
The first action that are strictly prohibited in the waterfall is climbing the fallen wood logs. This action is strictly prohibited in the waterfall and around the area, which is climbing the fallen tree log that is stuck from the waterfall to the splash pond. This is because this action will increase the risk of injury. For example, your legs may stuck between the wood cracks, which will lead to breaking or spraining your ankles. The second action that is prohibited in the waterfall is climbing on slippery rock surfaces. Do not climb and dive on the rock surfaces around the waterfall because this action will lead to a collision between each other if the person that is climbing the rocks falls down. The third action that is prohibited is swimming or diving in a hazardous waterfall. Do not swim or dive into the water that is full of rocks and logs, since risks such as hitting our head in something underwater can cause being knocked unconscious that leads to drowning and death. Lastly, sitting or standing on the top edge of the waterfall. by following the signboard rules, such as not sitting or standing on the top edge from which water flows. This action is very dangerous because the top edge of the waterfall is very slippery and accidental falling will lead to drowning. The first measurements that need to be improved is remove the hanging tree climber to prevent the tree climbers or branches from falling into the waterfall. The second improvement needed is to add additional facilities by making a ladder or handle in the slippery rock area while descending towards the waterfall area. Lastly, to remove the fallen tree logs that were stuck on the waterfall flow in order to clear the splash pond from preventing any injuries to the tourists when swimming.